Never go
What was,
full cap.
what was the okay?
Humble under God. That's what thug means.
Look at bro, Bruce Rivers looked at the fucking camera when he said that. That was funny as hell.
Offenses: homicide, bodily injury, like assaults, arson, burglary, forgery, theft, robbery, prostitution, and pandering. I don't know about pandering, but distributing obscene materials, bribery, witness tampering, perjury, evidence tampering, commercial gambling, distilling liquors and alcoholic beverages. Obviously, that was like during prohibition. Firearm violations, securities violations, credit card
He's reading what a Rico is.
fraud,
Oh, okay.
computer crimes, kidnapping, carjacking, and making terroristic threats. So these are the kinds of, and that's not an exhaustive list. There's other things too that could be used. But it is insufficient, though, if you just show two isolated incidents. That won't be enough to show a pattern. Acts that were not in furtherance of a scheme should not be considered as predicate acts. I have one of these right now in Minnesota, but it's a federal case, and federal is different. In the Georgia statute, they don't have to prove the existence of an organization. They just have to show a pattern of conduct, and these people are basically working together. Let's just kind of recap where we're at. About a year ago, they started jury selection. I just can't believe that this has taken a year long, a whole flipping year. That just goes to show you how publicized and notorious this case is. But this case has not been without its controversies, especially in the last 4 days. So we're going to get to that. But first, let's just kind of listen to a little bit of the opening statements from the parties. Here's the defense, starting with their opening. And before we get to this, the opening statement is not a time to argue your case. You can't argue in your opening. But what it is, it's the evidence will show. It's the opportunity for either party to present what they believe that the evidence will show, kind of a roadmap, what you're going to see in the case.
Jeffrey Williams was born into an environment, a community, a society that was filled with depression, despair, hopelessness, and helplessness.
Okay, so basically he opens with, "You should feel really sorry for Jeffrey Williams." Now, one of the...
By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys know, but Bruce Rivers, who's talking, is a criminal lawyer. Yeah, he's a criminal lawyer in Minnesota. He's badass.
things that the jurors are going to think. If I'm the other side, you point out how many people have grown up in poverty, have grown up in depression, have grown up in adverse circumstances, and haven't engaged in this kind of conduct.
He was born and raised in the Jonesboro South housing projects. That's here in southeast Atlanta. It's a very small 3-bedroom apartment. He lived with his 4 brothers in one of the small bedrooms. His 6 sisters lived in the other small bedroom, and his mother lived in her small bedroom.
10 kids in 2 bedrooms and a mom.
In the wintertime...
What you say?
That's a lot.
Yeah. And this fucking guy, this lawyer talking is fucking boring and is long and drawn out. And all I'm thinking, I don't know if you guys know this, but they're in Atlanta. This guy's like the top rock star lawyer in Atlanta.
Fired. I immediately fired him. Can I get
Yeah, he lays it on way too thick.
It was freezing. In the summertime, it was scorching. Because there was not that much money to go around to pay for utilities. The refrigerator and the cabinets hardly ever had any healthy food, and sometimes no food at all.
Mind you, 3 people are
Who
fucking...
gives a fuck?
I was about to say, mind you, 3 people are fucking murdered, and Lil Wayne tour bus got shot up, and this is what he's opening up with. Like,
It's like your guy said, like this is supposed to be an opening statement. You're supposed to be laying out like the summary of why this guy's innocent, not a pity sorry party. Yeah,
I guess from my mindset, like, and I'm a little biased because in my head I'm already like, who the fuck cares? We all know he fucking did it.
right.
I think maybe that's a strategy. Maybe he like, if I appeal to the jurors' hearts and their emotions, I don't know. It just seems absurd to me, but I'm
Young
thinking maybe
Thug,
that's the strategy.
he got one hope for this case. That's it. And that's a fucking mistrial because the prosecutor's fucking up. Other than that, his ass is grass. Okay? They got so much shit. It's ridiculous. I'm just being realistic. Like, you know, like he better hope they keep pulling that bleach bullshit and the prosecutor, you know, surprising them with fucking evidence, which we're about to see.
So he's framing up how you should view Mr. Williams. And
Mr. Williams is Young Thug. Jeffrey Williams is his name.
Problem with that is that being poor does not give you an excuse to commit crimes.
In order to have the appearance,
Of course, you're going to agree with him, Mr. Fife. He's Italian.
being able to wear different clothing,
I'm poor. I'm poor. Does that mean I get to get away with crimes?
Not just one, multiple.
That's right.
You just don't understand though. He's poor. He grew up in that society.
I'm
and
sorry.
all
He's
he
poor,
had,
black, and lived in a small apartment.
poor black. He lived in a poor small apartment where all he could do was watch Bleach episodes and relive.
No, if I was him not being dramatic, I would have been you'd have saw my reaction at court where I'd have been like this, like
I'd have been like, oh my God, I'm going to jail.
Your Honor. Bonkai.
Bunkai.
They finally showed the Bonkai. Like,
oh my
what
God.
are we talking about?
This
Oh,
I'm gonna tell you something. The reason why we watching this, and the reason why I even care a little bit, is because never in history, and I think that's why everybody's covering this case, have you ever seen it be a shit show from both sides? It's horrible. The prosecutor's fucking up. The lawyer's fucking up. The judge is fucking furious. Like, it is a lot of emotion going on in this courtroom.
The only thing they haven't done yet is bring up a mega pint of wine.
Yeah, and then everybody need it because you see how pissed off the judge. They are like, it's going to be a point. I think it's in here where the judge like, you guys don't listen. He's talking to both parties. He's like, you guys just don't listen to anything I'm saying. Like, he's getting pissed.
Jeffrey would share clothing
I don't want to get into it.
with his brothers.
Man, I want Curtis to be my
spontaneous
lawyer.
than he's from a prepared
Well, you
speech.
don't.
And so
Yeah,
the
but
main
I'm
Yeah, you'd be better off than this motherfucker.
Well, yeah.
I honestly, and I'm being serious, I could have did a better job than what he's doing. He's going full fucking cap. He's saying that Young Thug is an angel. That's what he's saying.
I'm standing on my ground. Savius, Curtis is my defense team. You got the angel and the devil right here. One's gonna, be loudly talking, and that's Savius, and then you got Curtis who's in the corner going, "Bunkai."
This dude is a horrible
in an
lawyer.
opening statement is two
Bonfire you're
things.
on.
One, you want to give the jury a foreshadowing of what they're going to see, but you also want to try to humanize and argue. You do kind of want to argue your case a little bit without arguing your case, but you want to humanize your client and give them a reason to look for an acquittal, and that's what he's doing here pretty effectively.
Pretty shitty job of it.
And they would have reduced charges, reduced prison sentences.
What's he talking about there? He's talking about cooperation, because that's how this whole case is going to be built against Williams and his co-defendants, through snitch testimony. And he's trying to tell you right now, he's grown up with these snitches all along. You can't trust a snitch. That's what he's talking about right here.
Probationary sentences, no charges at all, on their oath that they come in the courtroom to tell the God's honest truth.
Your Honor.
And we object because we like snitches.
It's like Bleach.
Yes, ma'am.
I have an objection.
What's your basis?
Your Honor, I'd rather approach and not speak it out loud in front of the jury. It will take 1 second.
All right.
Thank you.
That's really common, not necessarily during an opening. I almost never object to an opponent's opening statement. But if you have an argument that you don't want the jury to hear because it's too prejudicial, then you go up to the bench. The prosecution just objected to his opening statement. And I think she did it because she felt like he was arguing his case and basically saying you got to have witnesses that are going to come up here and you shouldn't believe them.
Let's get to the good part.
It means any circumstance you're in.
Their song are coming in, and they don't say in their lyrics, I'm humble under God as I wear my Yves Saint Laurent. They're not saying that shit. They say some pretty fucking gangster shit.
It's January 16, 2022, and Jeffrey releases this. It's on Jeffrey's Instagram account, and the prosecution is targeting, that's Jeffrey taking a selfie in the mirror, and he has his hand up, and the indictment that the prosecution had the grand jury return says he's holding up a blood sign, and that furthers this conspiracy. There's nothing wrong with holding up a blood sign, but...
So there's nothing wrong with holding up a fucking blood sign when you're in a gang case? You fucking high? What would be...
He said, "You fucking high." look at him doing the blood sign.
It's truly humble under God, man. Truly humble.
His lawyer said all they do is fucking do shit for the neighborhood and wear girl pants or some stupid shit like that. Like I was like, what?
Blood sign.
Like,
I mean, is that a B? I mean,
a Bleach song. That's a Bleach
and
song.
that's what I'm saying. You got to sound a little bit like you're talking.
that is a P. Jeffrey's fingers are down. And what you'll learn is that Jeffrey just released with Sergio Kitchens, before known as Gunna, a song that is wildly popular. It's around the globe. It's called Pushing P. And it's positivity. It means any circumstance you're in, if you think positively about something, you can make it through.
Suck my motherfucking dick.
Pushing P, pushing positivity.
positivity.
These are choir boys. They're truly humble under God. Yves Saint Laurent, and now we're pushing positivity. Oh, well, what the heck are we even doing here? But I got something for you here. You see, he just mentioned Gunna.
It's about what's
That's
T.
Gunna.
Now, what's P? Alright.
That's Gunna. He about to explain what P mean.
I took out a PPP loan for this. Okay.
He took a PPP loan for this. Oh, PPP, pushing P, pushing PPP.
I'm pushing PPP.
Hey, 1 second. In the first bars of Pushing P's lyrics,
It's pushing positivity.
it says, pointers in the paytech and my piece, I'm pushing P. Cops new hammers for my P. We don't want no peace. We got a spot across the spot.
We don't
Drop
want no
the
peace.
dot and now we plotting. What the fuck are you talking about positivity? Get the fuck out of here.
The crazy thing is, like, why would you publicly say something that is so easily refuted? Like, the thug thing is incredibly stupid, and the pushing positivity is so stupid. Like, you never say something that can be proven that easily.
Especially
What kind
when
of Care Bear ass shit is that?
Especially Mr. Fife just read the line and it says, we're not looking for peace. The first line.
Well,
He's like, I'm positive we're not looking for peace.
technically, peace doesn't mean positivity. So they could be right in saying they're not looking for
pushing
peace. They're not looking for peace.
Portuguese
They're
on her
only-
knees mopping down a pee.
They're only looking for positivity.
I'll read the chorus. What do you say? Pussy pink something. Oh my God. Pussy pink purple drink. I'm pushing P.
We're pushing watch is pink and I don't pop pink.
He don't wear pink.
We bought her a pee, not a pill. This is dumb. Why? Davius, you're now the lawyer. You're my lawyer. You're hired, brother.
Yeah.
Father Davius.
I'm like Cobra. I think they just try to shoot for a mistrial. Like we can just make this so outlandish.
And it's a group effort.
Yeah, the judge is like, I can't deal
Bro,
with this shit.
did you see the last witness? Did you see the police witness that went up last week?
Nah, I didn't see it.
They said the police witness that went up last week said Young Thug threw up a gang sign. They said, what gangs, literally like this. They said, what gang sign did he throw up? He was like, I don't know. They like, what you mean you don't know? He's like, I can't recognize gang signs. I was like, what? This is a witness for the prosecution. They are fucking this case up. I honestly never seen nothing like this before.
So Sabius, what are the chances you think this will hit mistrial?
I think if they continue doing this bullshit, it is just increasing the chance of a mistrial. Like if it stops like right now, then I would say, maybe the judge should be like, no, we gonna wrap this shit up right now and finish this case. But the longer they prolong it, the more outlandish shit comes out. This is just increasing the chance. So if next week some more weird random shit come out like this, I'm like, yeah, it's probably at like 70% going for mistrial. It's gonna be up to 80, 90%.
With that last witness, which is a police officer for the prosecution, with him saying last week that he seen Young Thug and them throwing up gang signs, and then when they asked what gang signs, he said he don't know because he don't know gang signs. With bullshit like that going on. If it's not a mistrial, because this is how I'd be thinking if I was in his situation. Worst case scenario, if he gets found guilty, he's gonna get a retrial because there was so many fucking red flags for a mistrial.
Yeah.
Like that police officer was a big part of the case. And that's like me saying, I'm here because I can identify characters. And then they say, well, which one is Carrotus? And I said, I don't fucking know. I'll be looking at niggas like that. Like, you'll be like, well, what the fuck are you even doing here then? Like,
Sorry, I had to go push some pee.
Ain't that right, Berto? Yeah. So, you gotta push P. So this is pushing P like when your backyard and in the inside and outside. That's P. You know what I'm saying? You push a P. When you go to rent,
and P means player. He just saying there's some player shit.
These things, you kicking P. When you go to owning and cashing out and spending your hard earns, you pushing P. Like you pushing it like P just don't mean yeah, like P almost mean P paper too. You know what I'm saying? Like you could be pushing this P with paper.
Doesn't sound like he's saying it's pushing positivity. Not only is gonna, closely associated with Young Thug, but he's also closely associated with that song. So if anybody knows what Pushing P is,
he's not just closely associated, it's his fucking song.
And I don't think I hear him say positivity. All right, what else?
Hold on.
So we're sort of doing this a little bit in reverse. When you have opening statements, the prosecution goes first. We did the defense first because it just seemed a little more interesting. Now we're going to pull a little bit of the prosecution's opening so we can see what they have to say.
Hold on, pause it right
This is
quick.
the law of the jungle.
What makes that even worse is, had the lawyer said pushing P meant player shit, that would have been fine. Because that doesn't mean that you're a gangster, thug, or a killer.
Right.
That just means you're living your life to the best. And he could have even used that last clip as proof of him not being like a violent person. He's just trying to portray a guy who's smooth. So all of the positivity was just stupid.
His lawyer has decided to go full cap. And I skipped over it, but Bruce Rivers said, like, you lose your credibility with the jury when you do that. Like, they don't trust anything you're saying because you're pissing on their head and telling them that it's raining. And that's fucked up. But I can't believe that he said the lawyer was more interested. This motherfucker she's just fucking this case all the way up. Just watch.
Man, already in this song, I found so many red flags.
Hold on.
The sky. And the wolf that shall keep it may prosper. But the wolf
He's starting off
that
with the
shall
Bible.
break it must die. As the creeper that girdles the tree trunk, the law running forward and back. For the strength of the pack is the wolf. And the strength of the wolf is the pack.
Can you pause it for a second? Can you pause it for 1 second? I'm sorry.
She's like this and don't be a menace.
I was just thinking, I was like, she should have just went, I think it was Game of Thrones when they was like, yeah, when the wolf pack is separated, the wolf dies. But the wolf pack survives.
You know what I heard when she was talking? One fish, blue fish, three fish, blue fish, knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone.
3, 4, 5, 7, 9. Oops out of time.
Oops out of time. My baking smelling fine. Like this shit is cringy. This was her. That's how she started off. Like,
oh man.
So you just immediately alienate everybody who isn't a Christian.
Okay, as you can see, her theme is it all for one and one for all. In other words, this is a gang, this is an organization, this is everybody working together.
Thank you so much for being honest during this very lengthy process.
The selection of this jury, I've never seen anything like it. How the hell this took a year is beyond me. In federal court, this would have taken less than a week.
Preceded this point here today during the voir dire process. I appreciate you all being here, exercising your civic duty, and honoring your obligation to pay close attention to what's going on in this courtroom for the next several, however many weeks. Some people like to say that opening statements are a roadmap to what the trial will show. Instead, I'm going to give you an overview, a bird's eye view, because you're going to be sitting here with evidence for the next several weeks at least. And you will be able to see what that evidence is. Nothing that I say to you during this part of the trial, and nothing any other attorney says to you during this part of the trial is evidence.
I hear that all the time when, they say, nothing I say is evidence. So don't listen to a fucking thing I say. I don't like that. It's like, why would you you're kind of almost minimizing what you're saying. So, remember I told you that they had a pretrial hearing where the lyrics are coming into evidence.
Jeffrey Williams' words that he promotes through songs with beats behind them, they aren't random. He tells you, as the evidence will show, take this shit to motherfucking trial.
Take this shit to motherfucking trial. First of all, I was in a trial school, and this woman, she was a chief public defender in Spokane, Washington. She's walking around, and she says, "This is my motherfucking courtroom." And she would say it over and over again to get the everybody, and she got everybody riled up. And the whole idea was, take command, and take this motherfucking shit to trial. I like that. I like that a lot. And I like the way she said it. I mean, she says it with some authority. But this is Kendrick and Williams, their song in their own words. And I'll tell you a little bit about the admissibility of this evidence later.
I rep my life for real. For slimes, you know I kill. Trial, I done beat it twice, Kendricks. I'm undefeated, like feds came and snatched me. I don't know, no point in asking. I was on what? Bleeding. Stuck like a magnet, bitch ass nigga. I shoot at your man, you need to stand down. I up my stamina, take it to trial. Get it a kill, take it to trial. Yeah, you gon' whack 'em. Pay for that casket, that's just if we whack 'em. My young niggas pulling up. Bentleys, Austin Martins, Rares and Teslas, strapped with an FN. You're gonna hear a lot about FNs.
So, I don't hear a lot of pushing positivity in that. Do you hear a lot of pushing positivity? Or do you hear, and I hear the slime, the S, but, you know, this is going to be damning. Those lyrics that are coming into this trial are going to be damning. And the reason why they're going to be damning is because there are evidence of statements that he's making to support the notion that everything's for the benefit of YSL. I mean, and one of the lines in there is "I'll kill for my slime." You know, he's not saying I'm killing for my Yves Saint Laurent. You know, she's for my slime. That's what the S is.
I also see in here he reps the red bandana, and I never see the ops or she ready to get in the streets for me. No questions, of course.
Oh, you read that?
He wasn't throwing up the gang sign. He was throwing up P.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. He also says he fucked a cup of water.
He what?
He fucked a cup of water, apparently.
Okay, that means her pussy's really good. Motherfuckers also say a bowl of macaroni.
Oh, that's what I'm familiar with.
From here to 2015, FNs all throughout the incidents that are involving gang members YSL. Watch me whack that bitch. Pop him like assist. Glock with the assist.
What?
Pop him like assist. Glock with the assist.
Take this shit to motherfucking
Hey,
fire.
he's helping somebody get bumps off of their face, and sometimes his Glock assists him with that.
Watch me whack that bitch. Pop it like assist. Glock with the assist. Well, that's pushing something, right? YSL, slimy and shady. You know, when you have that, you're really starting out in a fucking hole. You're starting out in a hole.
Yeah. How do you reframe that?
It sounds so much better when he says it, doesn't it? An investigator was testifying today. Let's fast forward today. An investigator was testifying that somebody was throwing up gang signs.
Oh, it's in here.
And the defense lawyer just fillets him. Let's watch that.
Sir? Your captain. Yes. You what you do when you're conducting an investigation affects people's lives, right? Yes. You arrest people and take their freedom and take them into custody, true? Yes. And you are charged with writing reports that reflect the truth so that someone down the road, maybe a prosecutor, can rely on that information and know if to or how to prosecute someone, right? Yes. That is extremely important. Would you agree with me? Yes. All right. And so when you write your report, and when you were writing reports back in 2013, those things were just as important then as they are today in this courtroom, right? Yes. Okay. And so you weren't a rookie officer back in 2000.
So one of the things that is really effective, and he's doing a great job here, making that witness, the state's witness, agree with everything you're saying. So remember, cross-examination, you ask pointed questions. Don't give them a whole lot of room to answer. It's either yes or a no, as opposed to direct examination. But watch this.
13. You had been on the force for some math, 7 years? Yes. Okay. And so before coming in here to testify, whether it's today, I don't know, yesterday, last week, whenever, did you have an opportunity to sit down with the prosecutors and talk to them about your testimony and your recollection of the events of 2013? Did you do that? Yes. Okay, right. And you still came in here today, and this is the first time, right, that you're mentioning anything about gang signs that you saw when you were brought in here to testify in this, quote, gang case, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, what was the gang sign?
Hold on. What's the basis for your objection?
Well, with respect to.
What's the basis of your objection?
Born first time.
I'm gonna overrule the objection.
Okay.
What's your objection? So when you have an objection, you state it fast. You don't have time to, you don't have time to just, stammer like I just did. And so objection, leading, objection, irrelevant, objection, cumulative, objection, argumentative. That's how you don't go.
Born first time.
I'm gonna overrule the objection.
She didn't even let her finish her objection because she didn't have one.
Right.
She just doesn't like it because he's effective.
Y'all remember Liar Liar when he was like, I object, Your Honor. And he was like, why? He's like, it's damning to my case. That's how she was.
Man, I am reading through these lyrics of different songs by him, and let me tell you, if they can use lyrics, he is fucked with a capital F, because these are damn near incriminating. Like, bad. Like, what's the worst one? Well, no, that's not the worst one. Where's the right here? I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body. I told them to shoot 100 rounds. I'm ready for war like I'm Russia. You better watch the way you breathe around me, for that breath be your last. I shot his mommy.
Oh, that's the one. Cobra was talking about with the.
I had whatever the fuck that where it is when I shot at the cunt. Act like you want war, and they're gonna smoke you like a blunt. That's pretty damn incriminating.
Yeah.
I'm sure they could twist it around. Yeah.
Talk about Goku or something. And...
yeah, it was the smoke was the Nimbus cloud that Goku uses when he was a kid.
Why am I a better lawyer than half these people?
He's fucking with my witness.
Go ahead, Mr. Adams.
What was the gang sign you saw being thrown up that day?
No idea.
No idea.
No.
What was the gang sign that you said that you? Oh, no idea. Are you fucking kidding me? No idea.
Okay.
See the way he reacted? He said, he wanted to laugh.
I've been throwing the papers and shit. Oh
what
my God.
The fuck? Bro, I would be reaming their ass out if I was their supervisor.
Like my gang sign?
Fucking kidding me? You on a fucking stand? You don't even know what the fuck you... Bro, I'd have been going crazy.
Finish her objection because she didn't have one. She just doesn't like it because he's effective. He's fucking with my witness.
Go ahead, Mr. Adams.
What was the gang sign you saw being thrown up that day?
No idea.
No idea.
No.
What was the gang sign that you said that you? Oh, no idea. Are you fucking kidding me? No idea.
Okay. You know what's the gang sign, right?
Yes.
Okay. You said something a while ago I wanted to touch on real quick. You said that you will, quote, your words now, mentally incorporating the gang sign in describing the person as being the most aggressive. Is that what you said?
I did.
Mentally incorporating it. But you don't know what gang sign we're talking about.
No, sir.
All right. That's all I got.
All right. How
can you say something's a gang sign when you don't know what it was and you don't know what it meant? He just destroyed this officer, this investigator's credibility, especially on that issue. And when you destroy somebody's credibility on one issue, it can destroy them on a number of issues, and it detracts from the message that they're originally trying to impart on the jury. So, and here's the other thing, and this is why this is so concerning in this case. Something that happened yesterday is the camera was panning, and it caught one or more of the jurors. and
Oh,
it was
yeah.
really
You
brief.
guys hear about that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that was a super big deal. That may have been the biggest deal about this case. Yeah.
But it was screenshotted, and that was going viral all over the fucking place. Now, here's the problem with that. It was inadvertent, and the news media are covering everything. But the problem with that is all of a sudden, if those guys get any kind of threats or anything, you could wind up tainting this whole jury and then starting all over again.
Right. Yeah.
Let's say that happened. And it's a no fault.
Already, I could show you a message with some dude like, man, that's Dwayne so-and-so. Damn, they got that nigga up there. So you got the lawyer overcapping. You got the defendant rapping about his crimes. You got the prosecutor fucking up and bombing new evidence in on the defense and the judge. You got the witnesses not knowing what the fuck they talking about. You got part of the counsel for the prosecutor talking about bleach. And you got the cameraman panning, showing the fucking jury in a Rico case with a potentially violent gang, and the judge is angry as fuck.
Yeah. If I was the judge, I wouldn't want no parts of this shit.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want no parts of this shit. It's a shit show.
He could recuse himself.
Yeah, I'll walk away. Like, somebody else take this shit. It's too much for me.
It's a lot going. I'm telling you, that's why you can't take your eyes off of it. It's a train wreck. I never even heard of a case like this where it's just all fucked up.
And people
take my ball and go home.
It's multiple murders. He said he would take his ball and go home.
Yeah, it's fucked up. It's really, and you got the guys, his own homie snitching on him. And he actually didn't shoot anybody. All of them did, but it's always the shooters in anything. Rather,
he already said that in his lyrics. I just read it. He never killed nobody, but he's got people doing it.
He said that?
Oh, I got has stepped away. Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Good thing I have them all. I have them on a Google Doc now. Let's see. I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that body. I told them to shoot 100 rounds. I'm ready for war like I'm Russia. I got all types of cash. I am a general.
Somebody got shot at 100 times too. You see what I'm saying? Like,
and basically he just said that he gave the order. Basically, he didn't kill nobody, but he basically said he gave the order. Like,
and that's the same thing. It's usually the people who order the hit to get the most time.
And a general in war doesn't go fight on the front lines. He tells other people to go fight. Same thing. Yeah.
But nah, we got it all wrong. He is truly humble under God.
And he brought 100 rounds of drinks to celebrate his success.
Yep.
And having something to do with that body was his friend who used to be overweight, and he helped him work out and get back in shape. And he was proud of the work that he did, pushing his positivity.
Exactly. It all goes full circle.
His baby mama got killed, man. His lawyer could have used that, like, almost like a self-defense, like, in a way. Like, I would have rather my lawyer got up there and said, you know, hey man, if this baby mama got killed, he took matters into his own hands and tried to, you know what I'm saying, Brad? I don't want that, but I'd rather that other than, oh no, he's a fucking angel. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I done for the crew. I done did the robbing. I done did the jacking. Now I'm full rap.
I would have just been like, I have a ghostwriter. I didn't write any of these lyrics. All I did was say it.
I escaped every one of the licks because I'm supposed to be rich. I don't care. I don't care nothing about no cop. I'm just telling you how it is.
So he not wrong.
Why would I lie? I got mob ties. Tell them spin bends. They send shots flying, knocking off your big homie's bitch.
Yeah.
of Mr. Williams or any of the other defendants.
Oh my God!
So what happens if we start all over again? It took a year to get this jury to begin with. I would make a strong argument for his release if that happened, but luckily, I don't think any negative consequences have happened so far. And the judge admonished the people operating the camera, just make sure, I know it was inadvertent, but please make sure that you don't accidentally get another juror on camera. They want to keep the jurors confidential, and they want to keep it confidential because they don't want them influenced.
Yeah. But anyway.
Honestly, if the case went really bad, one email or one text could make them start over or could call the mistrial to one of the jurors or the juror's family or something like that.
Purposely, well, he already been outed.
Right, I'm saying, like, if somebody actually sent something, like somebody bought a burner phone and sent a text like, yeah, you better vote the way we want, or else, you know, we know who you are, we know your family, we know how to get to you, blah, 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 blah. Even if it was just bullshit. If somebody just sent that from a burner phone, and I'm not saying, hopefully nobody does that, but I'm just saying, if they wanted a mistrial,